Well, welcome back, and today I'm heading to Montana. Been getting a little bit of these surgical equipment loads. Had one yesterday for another driver, had another driver go right in front of me to pick one up, and now I'm heading over there to pick one up. Picking up in Missoula and delivers to Bozeman or Billings, I don't know, I don't remember anymore. Anyways, one of the two. So picks up ASAP, delivers direct. I guess somebody needs surgery, and we're gonna be there to the rescue as usual. And that's a good thing though, nothing wrong with that. We're happy to do it. Somebody's gonna be happy to get fixed up in the hospital, and that's all that matters, really. That's all that matters. This is what we do, what we do and why we do it, because here doing stuff like this, it actually matters for somebody's well-being and maybe somebody's life, if anything. Not sure. So I'll show you guys what it is. They're just a small green bin, smaller, like one of those storage bins looking. So that's what I'm heading to pick up. That's what we picked up yesterday. Another driver did 3 of those, and then I got another driver that's picking up 1, and I'm heading to pick up 3. So, surgical instruments.
Just be sure to input your Adventure Club membership and hit yes.
$3.83 for diesel today.
So go ahead and use your Shell points to get a free gift card.
Well, you guys are here with me. I'm just trying to find the loading dock, which I've been here before. It used to be in the back, and then they had a big construction area. So now I like the hunt. It's like, looking for it's like a cat and mouse game, I like the hunt. I like to find it myself instead of asking for help. So we'll see how long it takes me to get over there. There's my freight. We're just waiting to clear to get a green light, because this stuff here was supposed to be 2 pieces, but it is labeled for me here. So as soon as we get the green light, it's going in the van and I'm taking off. I wonder where I'm leaking from. I wonder where that is. Actually, I see a couple spots where it could be. Oh yeah, I do see a couple spots, and it's right there on one of the clips. They're kind of up for some reason. They must have had some kind of a roof rack on here or something, and that's where, and this is about the area where it leaks. So we'll get that patched up and figured out and be stopping with the no more leaks. I'll let you guys know when I get the green light. Let's see, still got 200 miles after that. Still confirming. Okay. I'm like 99.9% confident that this is it and it all goes, but can't really leave without a good to go just in case. Never know. Maybe something will be found along from the customer. This is exactly what freight needs to look like when it's tied up, so you guys know. I love it when a driver sends me nice and tall pallet, nice and big one, or really anything, and they just throw a strap like kitty corner from kitty corner on it, or just one thin little thing, strapping in a nice heavy load. Your straps are rated for, these ones are supposedly 500 pounds, but I wouldn't even trust that. So this one's holding the top, that way this doesn't tip over. And this one is holding these 2 bins down so they don't come sliding anywhere. just in case there's a, God forbid, rollover, or you go on your side, or you get hit in the rear or on the side, T-bone, something. I mean, anything can happen anywhere. We have the pictures to show what the freight looked like, when you picked it up, and then we can also have pictures to show what it looked like, God forbid, if there's a crash. So if you do it right, the freight should always, always, always stay where it's at. So we're all good. So we got 208 miles left. Arrival is 9:49. That means 10 p.m. at least. And then I got 400 miles back home after that. So roughly, we're looking at maybe 5 a.m. 5 a.m. return back home for me. Something like that. Super doable. As long as they have more freight like this, we're gonna get it done. It's super doable. Beautiful Montana. A lot of people say, "Oh, I would live in Montana. I would live in Montana." One thing people don't understand is this is like a retirement paradise, and land here has been expensive and gotten even more expensive. When we were buying lots in Spokane area I bought my land, 5-acre lot with an old house on it a long time ago that we tore down and built a new one. We paid $74,000 we paid. $74,000 we paid 7 years ago, almost 7. Lot like that in Missoula area in Montana, you know how much that would cost? Somewhere with that house especially, about $250,000 for that. $250,000. So everything here is at least double, if not triple in price. It's incredible. I got a friend that lives here. He told me that they're building right now, so they let them build on a 50 by 70. Is it 50 by 75 or maybe 50 by 100 lot? I think maybe 50 by 100 or maybe even 50 by 75. They let them build 2 houses back to back on it. Like, I'm talking about one, you know what I mean, facing back to back on one lot. Just because there's not a whole lot of lots left in Missoula. So can you guys imagine that? That's incredible. But anyways, this is not the best part of the neighborhood. This is like going through sort of close to downtown area by the college. Everybody's got decent lots here, as far as even a long time ago, but we're gonna go through the area where their college is here in a minute. But basically, it's incredible. You better have enough money to retire, if you're retiring, to be able to afford living here, because they do have a summer, and it's about close to a 3-month summer. Everything else is somewhere in between. And in between, that means more snow than anything else in between. There's not really a fall, there's not really a spring here. It just goes straight to summer, just like we do. So here's the downtown area. They got just a couple buildings here, and then that's it. As far as bigger buildings, taller buildings. They've got a river here. A couple buildings, an old train depot, and that's it. So Montana lifestyle of living is hunting, fishing. You guys know, I mean, they've got more cows than people in the state. So there's a lot of outdoorsy things. If you guys are outdoorsy like me, you like the fishing, you like the hunt. I'm not a hunter. Maybe I should be, but I'm not a hunter. My parents never were. My friends never were. So the friends that I hung out with, anyways. So I'm clueless about hunting. All I know is, you can't shower for a couple of days beforehand, maybe 2-3 days, and then you better, rub some feces on you so you don't smell like a human, and then maybe you'll end up with some after freezing your butt off and sleeping in the trees and so on and so forth, you might end up with something. The legal way. The illegal way, you can, probably, get something quicker, but who needs that? Nobody wants those problems. Nobody cares about all that. The state is packed full of, beautiful places to live, mountains, lakes, rivers, all kinds of things here. People do come live here to retire. No, that's a fact. That's not a joke. That's not, nothing made up. But everything is super, 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 super expensive, I don't know if it's more expensive than, like, say, LA. Probably not. If you're living like LA, retiring up in the mountains and stuff like that, yeah, that's a certain breed of people that would go live over there, and a certain breed of people would come and live over here. There's a lot of people that have home in LA and a home somewhere where it's cold, so they like the warmth, so they'll, in the summertime spend time in LA, or, in the wintertime. In the wintertime they stay where it's warm, and in the summertime they stay also where it's warm, so they get to choose both places. Plenty of people like that. Plenty. You get sick of the winter, you go down south. If you can afford it, hey, great. Props to you, and good job. Hopefully you leave your kids or somebody else what they deserve, or what you worked hard for to make their life a little easier, I've got my humidifier going. It is, the end of April and it's still snowing here. So, yes, I'm running heat. Currently outside it's 45 degrees. So obviously, yes, you do need that humidifier to dampen up the air, because we don't have humidity out here out west. If you guys haven't got yourself a nice fridge yet, I recommend Set Power. That's what it looks like. That's the name. What do I got in there? I do want that Monster, because I want something sweet, and it's time to have something sweet, and I don't have anything else besides that. I've had some sunflower seeds. I had some chicken on the way to my pickup, so today's the first time I ate, really, actually, was when I had a little bit of chicken, so all good. What is that? Oh, I thought somebody was looked like somebody was in the river, but nope. Set Power. This is a wireless one. I've got it plugged in right now because it was sitting on battery, who knows how long, a week or whatever, or 2 weeks since my last load. And then now it's back in business again. So I had to plug it in. Automatically turns on your battery charging and all that kind of good stuff. So you're all set afterwards. Set Power. They've got more than just a battery powered fridge, guys. If you wanna do stuff, if you don't if you guys want to do it and take it as a cooler to your, whatever you use a cooler for, more than welcome. Otherwise, they've got plenty of just, AC, DC stuff, and that works as great as well. I don't know what could be better than a fridge with wireless charging, with a USB connection, with it being a cooler, a freezer, or a refrigerator. You guys decide what you want it to be, but I don't know. So far I've had it for 5 months now, a little over 5 months, and I've been happy. I've been super happy with it. They don't pay me every time I say something about this. Don't think that. I just do it because, it works for me. Why not work for you? Why not, not worry about a freezer or buying ice or whatever. If you want to have yourself a nice, like a sportsman outdoorsy type of a cooler, why not have this and have this thing be your ice, or, be your freezer? You go fishing, you catch your fish, boom, frozen right away. You go hunting, you get something, you cut it up, boom, you got your frozen stuff. If you just needed to keep it cold, well, keep it cold. No more ice. I don't know. How can you go wrong with that? Montana, Bozeman's got snow. Look at this guy. He's got snow in the back of his truck. There was another van on the side that had snow. It's currently snowing. Look at this. I don't know if camera shows it or not. Currently snowing. And I'm like 1.2 miles away from delivery, it looks like. And I'll be there. So soon, then all of a sudden turn around and 400 miles back home. So it is what it is. 10 o'clock I'll be there, unload real quick, and then another 7-hour drive or so home. Hopefully a little quicker, but probably about 7 hours or so. and then $7.50 gross in my pocket, minus fuel. So I don't know, what is it? We'll see how much a tank of gas is, what a tank of diesel is. It's easy, simple math. I mean, $7.50 minus roughly with food and whatever, close to $200 worth of what I'll spend. By the time I get back, I'll probably, get a Snapple or something to go. Okay, 92.18. Okay, here it is. So 92.18, and then times that by 2, because one tank is 400 miles, the other tank is 400 miles. 400 miles here, 400 miles back. So we'll call it an even $200. So $5.50 in my pocket after expenses, which is not bad in a day's worth of work. Yes, you do have to drive. Yes, you do have to drive at night. Yes, you got to drive nonstop. I don't have to because I'm coming home, but I am going to drive nonstop most likely. If I need to rest, then I'll stop by for an hour and keep going. That's just how I am. I don't need to stop and sleep 6 hours, 7 hours. There's some folks that can't do it, and if they can't drive all night when it needs to be done, then to be honest, this job's just not for you. Then don't put us as dispatchers plus brokers and then their customers in a bad situation by thinking you can do this job, but then in the end it comes out to you failing and having either rate reductions or non-payment altogether, or we lose a broker loses a customer type of deal. Nobody needs any of that. So if you can drive, great, then this job could be something that you could do. If you can't, then sorry, keep watching videos, but do something else in your life. Just as simple as that. Well, we're here, so it's 15 minutes. This is so you guys know, anytime you got some kind of a hospital, any kind of whatever delivery, hospital or non-hospital, whatever the case may be. Let's see if there's anybody there. Yes, there is. Okay, I'll be good. Any kind of delivery like that, you come here, you put your hazards on, and you go inside and take care of your business and leave your car outside. So you're all fine. Don't worry about parking or somewhere else or anything like that. So we do have a 15-minute delivery window on here per sign. But it doesn't even matter what the sign says. After a little bit of running around in there, we got it figured out. It went straight to the OR. Contact never answered the phone, so they told me that it delivers to the OR. OR people were fine with it. They, said, hey, if it's surgical, it goes here. So, obviously, OR is surgical, so everything got delivered to where it needed to be. Even though the contact never answered the phone, I left him a voicemail. Now, putting this away, I usually keep it right here. And this lip is usually never in the way, because if you buy the right hand truck, this lip folds in. If you use two hands to do this with. That. And then I have this black strap right here, because when you drive, this thing rattles all over the place. So I strap it here, and I also tie it down over here. That way it rides nice and quietly. Wheels are up against the wall. Whenever I load and unload, I never have any issues with this thing being in the way. So that's how it works. Well, here we are. 413 miles, and let's see what time will I be there? Take a guess. Let's do a little giveaway. You guys can't see me, huh? Let's see if that's better. Let's do a little giveaway. Let's give away a license plate to the first comment who's gonna get the time correctly. Guess what time I will be home. Right now it's 9:35 my local home time. I've got 413 miles left. Let's guess what time I get home. So go ahead and guess that, and I'll reveal it, you know, in the next video. The following video that I'm going to put out, we'll do a little drawing or whatnot, and I'll send you guys a Washington State license plate. So take a guess what time I will be home. 413 miles, whatever time my GPS shows. Not what time I will be home, but what my GPS shows as arrival. 413 miles to go. 9:35 my home time, local time right now. And the first comment with the closest time gets a plate. One license plate. You know, out west out here, people don't realize that it takes a lot quicker to get from place to place. The reason why is most of Montana, most of Utah, most of Idaho, Washington is like 70, so you can do 75. Washington, Montana, or I'm sorry, Idaho, Montana, Utah is 80 miles an hour if you're just right outside of city limits. So whenever you guys are just right outside of city limits, guess what? You could be hauling 85 miles an hour and clear 85 miles in 1 hour. That's why it's nice to be driving out here, because you could do a lot of miles in a short amount of time versus East Coast and, you know, other places where it's highways and all that. Speed limit is not so high. I-90. Let's see, Billings, Livingston. Hope I went the right way. And no, I did not. Dang it. This is what I get for talking to you guys. That's it. Okay, I'm good. Nope, can't turn here either. Freeway entrance. This is what I get for yapping around. I took the wrong way. Now I'm getting back on the freeway. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Anyways, you can clear a lot of miles. You guys should know this, hopefully. That's why we can clear a lot of miles here in a short amount of time. Let's see. We're going to be able to make a U-turn. Emergency vehicles only. Turn on our hazards and act like we're emergency vehicles. Okay. Come on. All right. Something illegal just happened right there on camera. But we're going. We're going to keep on trucking. See you guys either in the morning or in the next video, or maybe if there's something somewhere that we need to film, we'll film it. But in the middle of the night, it's not a, you know, this is not a horror story, not a horror movie, so not a whole lot of filming to do when it's nighttime. Hope you guys understand.